Yo, what is up? What is up? What is up, chat room? Hope you guys are doing
Doing?
good. Hope you guys are doing great on this fine Sunday evening. We got some stuff to talk to you guys about today. We got some 20th century boys thoughts. I got a
Mhm.
few like little sprinkled thoughts on some like weekly chapters. Bleach dropped an episode that
Yes.
is, in a word, a lot. Creams wants to ask the validity of being a movie star or like like an actor darling, and then he
hmm
has some other stuff I think or something like that. And then at the end of the
Yeah.
stream, we do have an announcement for you guys. So we hope you guys are willing to stick around for that. You know that'll be something I think that's worth waiting for. But yeah, what up? What up? What
Yeah.
up?
You wouldn't want to miss it. Okay. So, chat. Welcome. It's us, the prophetic ones. Check the community tab post. Check what episode 4 of this podcast. Urahime with one shot Yuha. Fuck, we're built fucking different. But before we get into that, I have a question for everybody. Chat, and I really want you guys to engage with this seriously and meaningfully. Okay. Chat, you know that thing in like shows or sitcoms or whatever where like at the end, if they do a flash forward, the characters have like one big change to their character design to denote time passing, a mustache grown, a gray hair on the side, a fucking business suit, glasses, and the like. Something to denote, yeah, bro, I'm in the future now. Chat, and I really mean this from the bottom of my heart. I really wish people like that were real, and observable to their own, to our reality, but also self-aware enough to like the gimmick they're doing. Like, let's say you right now, as you are, right? Whatever. How old are you? 23 now, BR?
Me, yes.
Yeah, you're 23 now, right? You walk in there into a coffee shop or bar or something, right? You like see like a woman with like two kids, business phone call, right? She's like, yeah, I'll take three of those. Oh my god, stop playing with that, right? Right? See one of those. She looks at you. She's like, crazy times we're living in, huh? I remember those days. But don't worry, it'll get better. Just look on ahead. Hey, look me up. It'll be all right. Come on. You're going to be late for soccer practice. I love living a completed arc. Come on, kids. Mommy's done with her character development. It's time to go. Your journeys are only beginning.
Was
Come,
it
my precious little sequels.
was it as funny for you the second time, bro?
Yes,
That's
yes,
that's
I
good.
found more lines.
That's good, bro. I'm happy for you in that regard. And good stuff, man. Good stuff.
You,
Jolly good
you gotta look
show.
her up, bro.
Mm-hmm. I'm a Googler, bro. Don't don't
Johnny, come
don't worry.
hang out. You hang out with Johnny. Hey, man, what's up? You got a mustache now, huh? Yeah, bro. I'm grown up now. Life's a changing. Times are changing. I gotta change with them. That old Johnny, bro, pre-mustache Johnny, he was living in the past.
Johnny had a mustache in the past, bro. I don't even know if that would
Relax,
signify change for him.
relax, bro. It's a different kind of. It's a handlebar. Whatever. Fuck you.
Is the
Anyway,
bit
so he goes,
over or
"Stop. I'm not done." He goes, "Nah, dude. This is the future, and that's the past." Fuck off. You people won't recognize my genius for another, I don't know, 2 months.
why can't I skip this cutscene? Anyone else having this problem? No,
Yeah,
Mikey,
yeah,
don't
yeah.
worry, don't
Whatever,
worry. We're,
bro.
we're skipping, bro. So, dude, enough of that noise. Oh, sorry. Segue. I read some of the weekly chapters. None other than this week, right? And I will say, I got some minor thoughts, to share with you guys. Hunter x Hunter dropped a very typical Tagashi wordy chapter, but it was cool. I liked it. It was a further like extrapolation on like Sirainik's like Nen ability, specifically like it being put into practice in a sort of like life or death situation. Not too dissimilar from like the one in which we realized like holy fuck, this guy's Nen ability, this guy's Nen beast. At least one of them is like really fucking crazy. I thought it was cool. Nothing like earth shattering, but you know, it's always nice when a Hunter x Hunter character monologues and they go on their little like their little spiel about their ability, and a normal human can follow it. Like, and not only in terms of like, oh, this isn't just like too dense, but also like I could understand how he reasoned through his power there. I'm like, oh yeah, dude, some of the shit. Oh, dude, you're normal human level, bro. Your intellect might be kind of washed. I can not only follow your reasoning, I would do a lot of that shit intuitively myself. Hey man, so I think maybe you're, dude. Maybe you aren't like a 1 in 10 million talent like Gone Killua, bro. I see you, man. I see you for you. You might be a bum. It was a fun chapter though. It was cool. Um, I feel like these chapters, like I maybe like when a character is kind of like speculating on their own ability a bit more, just in terms of like the way they go about um speaking about it more than like a Karapika speculating on someone else's power that we know very little about. So that was cool. Sakamoto Days, super stinky, boo boo butt. Uzuki being like, yeah, dude, I fused their personalities to make my OC. Yeah, I'm like Prime Sakamoto, but I can also use Akao's powers now. So I can see the path, and I'm like Prime Sakamoto plus. Fuck you, dude. I will say W Nagumo catching a clean attack on a character more deadly than Prime Sakamoto. Uzuki, you're glazing gang, and I'm glad to see it, man. I'm glad to see it. That was cool. Genuine ass, yeah, yeah. The entire chapter for sure. But Nagumo got a feat, so I'm not even like, honestly, bro. This chapter, all 20 pages were worth it. Why? Because I got a Nagumo feat, bro. You're low key Sakamoto, maybe Izuki, Sakamoto, Nagumo, Takamura, bro. You heard it here first, chat. Sakade's had such a sad fall off. Amen. 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 It happens. It happens. But yeah, it definitely did. And then Kagurabachi definitely dropped another chapter. I've seen a lot of people kind of being a little bit tired of where it is at right now, which is funny. Like flashback wise, I was definitely more bored by the um the Kamunabi's strongest versus the Islanders or whatever. That shit was kind of whack. But I haven't been hating this portion. I thought it was cool. I feel like Kunishige is getting a lot of fun characterization. I'm just kind of wondering where we're going to go with it moving forward. But hey, some solid weekly chapters, some solid weekly chapters. Read Under Doctor if you aren't. I won't say it's great, but it's pretty fun. It's nice. Drawn to the Fire. Yeah, don't read that one yet. I'm like it's good, or rather, I'm fucking with it. But like, I can get him in the gym, right? I can turn him into a superstar, right? Right now, he's a diamond in the rough. I can turn him into a real polished gem. So we're getting on that. But yeah, like a not too bad display from these weekly manga. You know what I mean? Hand on chin, nodding. Not bad, not bad, not bad. I'm rocking with it. Good, 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 good stuff, guys. Appreciate you. Keep it up next week. Let's elevate. So yeah, good stuff in that regard.
Did my for like correct me if I'm mistaken, but didn't Azuki say that like Sakamoto Days was ending relatively soon?
Did Suzuki say
He
that? I
did.
mean, I mean, like it's obvious it has to. Like we're all fighting the final end tag or whatever, right? But
Yeah.
I don't know if excuse me. Maybe there was an announcement about it. I know people were saying when Sakamoto Days ends, Bleach is coming back, but that was just like some like that. As far as I'm concerned, that was speculation. Kubo ain't say that
Oh,
shit. I didn't see like Shueisha said that shit. So I'm just like I'm taking that as like a non-truth. Right now, that's just
okay.
noise. That nigga Kubo. I wouldn't be surprised to be like, bro, man, fuck the hell arc. I don't want to do that shit no more. So I'm not really like expecting Sakamoto Days to end and then like, dude, the hell arc's next. You know what I mean? Um,
Gotcha.
yeah.
Okay.
I will say this, just to get a little bit of hate off. I saw, down like across the way, right? A a One Piece villain design, right? I think it's I think it's the guy. You know his name, bro? You keeping up with One Piece, by the way?
On and off.
Got you. Fuck's bro's name. The like main guy, the thou and then shall and whatever guy, right? I
Emu?
saw Emu, yeah. I saw people
Okay.
saying, at least I think that's Emu, whatever. They were like, yeah, Oda was definitely inspired by Tabata with Black Clover for Emu's new form. That shit, dude, that shit was funny as fuck. I was
I
like,
see this. Hold on.
here, let me send you, dude, let me send you the link to the tweet. Mikey sent it to me. So like, and Mikey was like, dude, do you know how goaded you have to be? You know how goaded One Piece has to be right now for comparisons like this to be made? Do you know how like high level, how high art Oda has to be churning out in order for Black Clover comparisons to be in the mix, bro?
Dude, there's like genuinely a fucking a few weeks ago there was this theory going around. I think it might be picking up steam or everybody just like it's one of those things that sounds borderline like Illuminati red dots connecting. And then like everybody's like, wait a minute, bro, this might just be a spoiler.
Hmm.
Um, if you're a One Piece fan and you like are curious, look at the emu parrot theory on TikTok. Yeah, bro. Emu might genuinely be a parrot, like dead ass. Like the
Don't
evidence isn't totally off.
don't call me twin, nigga. You ugly. Fuck. Yo, dude. Perfect segue. Speaking of bad forms, bro. Um, you watched the Bleach episode that came out yesterday, right?
Yes. So did you?
Yes. What'd you think, man? What'd you think?
It was fan service. I'll give them that, bro. Like, maybe I'm in the minority here, but I didn't look at the Bleach Thousand Year Blood War confrontation with Yuha and think, man, you know what this needs? More Rukia and Uruhime going high and diff with Yuha. Like, it was cool to see Uruhime's powers used like to their fullest in that respect, and seeing how cracked they were, and seeing my goat Aizen call that shit before anybody really knew how strong she really was. Of course, he'd have the foresight for that. Little bum bitch baby Yuha would never think to do that, but whatever. Um, and it's cool that like when Rukia showed up, right? She used ice on Yuha, right? Like that really that fucking that whoa. Holy shit. Rukia freeze him again. Whoa. Kubo, what exactly? I didn't know what I was missing, bro. If this is what your health deprived you of making, then I'm an asshole for doubting you. I never knew Rukia could like freeze freeze the almighty like that, bro. Ichibei who, am I right? Fucking Rukia ice victim, am I right? Like actually the all the Urihime memes that are coming out of like, oh, did Urihime run the can Urihime run the gauntlet with Squad Zero? Can Urihime do this? Probably, yeah. If she does, if she does like the one shot, Yuha thing that we called back 4 years ago on our fourth episode, call that the fucking Honor One's 4 for 4, baby. Um, I like that Urihime could do this. I think Rukia being there is like a little silly, but whatever. I'll look past it. I liked the idea that this is all just like a way to show Yuha's Almighty like in action, where you could just in the manga he just sort of says like all abilities that can and will be used against me are like some shit I could rewrite in history, versus like feeling that and seeing that. I think this is just going to be like opening the next episode with like yes, or Hime, that shit would have killed me, but not anymore. I've removed that from the timeline. I think that's a cool way to show that power for the Almighty.
Hmm.
Um, as well as like Orihime upscale, like character wise and power wise. Um, and like Rukia was there, so that was also pretty cool. She froze him, and yeah, it was nice to see Ichigo's Bankai. That shit was actually really satisfying. Of all of the scenes that I wanted to see extended, I think most Bleach fans wanted to see extended though. Like if you were to be like, hey, Thousand Year Blood War, second chance at this story, what's Kubo gonna add? Bro, Ichigo's Bankai, please show us that, right? I think overwhelmingly it would be show us Ichigo's Bankai. And then apparently almost just as loud was like, dude, Rukia needs to be here and go hot and tip with you.
Question, just for reference for like
What's up,
me in
bro?
the crowd here, right? What was your opinion on like the conflict in like the manga originally, right?
Um,
Like that final showdown specifically.
same thoughts of the arc. Um, Bam, the shit is just like two action figures like wrestling each other. Like I was telling Mikey this when we were watching the episode or like at the end. I was like, Thousand Year Blood War is such a funny ass arc because it's not bad by any means at all. Um, but you do feel like Kubo is trying to wrap up a lot of character journeys in like a very lazy's disingenuous. Like I don't want to put that on him, but it's like okay, Kenpashi's full potential, his Bankai, those questions for his character. Let's wrap that up here. Let's go. Let's have him go with Gerard Valkyrie. Renji awakening his powers, coming into his own shit, bro. Let's give him wrestler guy. Byakuya, right, overcoming his fear. Rukia getting her Bankai. There's a lot of like bows that he wanted to put on characters, and he kind of used the Quincy as like jobbers to do that. Like it was a means to an end, right?
Hmm.
Yuha was like pretty fun as a villain, but he was just like the Quincy weren't. Like Yuha was like more interesting when he was like doing the Squad Zero run. He was cool like after he kind of like took his powers back. I think he really started to feel more like a character in some sense. Like he had a legitimate beef with the Soul King and Ichibei. Um, do I think that Kubo showed that the best with just the manga? Kind of like cheating by using my can't fear your own world knowledge a little bit, admittedly. But like I do appreciate what he's going for. I just don't necessarily think it's his best work, which I don't think is a controversial opinion
Hmm.
by any means. It was a smooth like 7 for me on a reread. I think when I
Okay.
first read it, it was like a 7, or it was like a 6.
Gotcha. Okay, okay. Yeah, just
What
curious just to kind of see like how it compares.
what about you? I don't know if we've ever spoken about it recently, but
Not something I revisit. I've never really done like a full Bleach reread, right? The only time I've read through all of Thousand Year Blood War is when I read it when I was in high school. So I don't really
damn.
have like a super close. And at that point, I wasn't like, yeah, dude, this. Oh, let me dine on this.
Mm.
It was that age in Alaska. Pooh, I'm fucking disgust. You know what I mean? I didn't really have that like more critical mindset. That shit was hard. I thought that shit was cool or whatever. Um.
Mhm.
I definitely think in like a lot of portions it probably does drag, like just knowing what happens. And, like a lot of it is just I think Kubo generally has this um Kubo generally has this like writing style approach of like the I show my power, then you show your power, and then I show my real power or whatever, right? He does that. That's something he's done all throughout Bleach, right? But I think it kind of reaches a crescendo with the Thousand Year Blood War because if I'm not mistaken, that is like the longest arc of
Yeah,
the series.
yeah.
And it just goes for so long with like there is a portion of the manga where genuinely every chapter is power reveal, fuck it didn't work. Power reveal, fuck it didn't work. And it just is like
Here's my anti-Byakuya
the
technique. Here's my
concept
anti-Byakuya
the
technique.
concept itself of like you can make any formula work, I think, even if the formula is somewhat repetitive, but like there to me, there's not much change up in it, right?
Mm.
This is maybe like I don't know if this is like a hot take, but I don't see people talk about this very much in terms of Yuha. I think like Kubo just fell to the he fell. Kubo does this a lot, right? Because I think even Aizen, you could argue, somewhat suffers from this, right? And it's just like, yeah, dude, you're. I understand, right? You're writing these abilities, and these abilities are more emblematic of like the thematic things you're trying to question, right? Like Eisen, manipulating things, like manipulating the senses, the illusions, all that, right? Not only like warping the perspective and senses of the character, but also somewhat reflective of like his own the lies he tells himself, right? Cool. I fuck with the themes and such, right? I think it's cool. I think it's good. I think that's like it's fascinating. And I think Yuha, there's like a similar level of a character that holds like a supreme fear of death and tries to crush it underfoot with power and the knowledge of the future, right? If I can just change the future, if I can just know everything, right? I can avoid like the fear, death. I can get rid of it for us all, right? Cool. I like
Mhm.
that. I think that's really cool. I think it works for the story. I think it works for the characters in that particular setting, right? However, because much of the way that he engages like with the because of much of the way characters engage with the narrative is through action, the onus is on you to make that shit, in my opinion, stimulating, exciting, sensical, all that stuff, right? But when you give them abilities that are nah, everything you saw was fake, and nah, everything you didn't happen, and you are not the type of writer to go a Gege route, to go a Tagashi route, to go a like shit. Bugle Call is not like it's a series that's ongoing right now, like monthly or it got that like Black Clover comes out every 3 months or
I see.
whatever
Okay.
treatment, right? But they use time powers in there, and that's really fucking cool, right? I even like thought about it, I was like, damn, dude, they're like engaging with the time powers in a way that isn't just like Kubo. I won't say couldn't, didn't choose to write around Yuha's ability to see all futures and manipulate all futures in like a tactical way. It's like a I'm going up against your Deus Ex. Yeah, I'm going against your god powers with a Deus Ex Machina, right? That doesn't necessarily
Yeah.
mean it's bad objectively. There's no redeeming quality, whatever, right? But it does mean that you kind of don't engage with the power within the context of the system you've created. You step outside of it and say, what if Kisuke implanted a Kido in him? What if, there was a magic silver bullet? I mean, sorry, silver arrow that was able to like stop it. And it's like, cool. Once again, thematically, I'm allowed to be a little bit multifaceted.
Mhm.
Thematically, like, I can get behind that. I can rock with it. Wow, that does not make for engaging moment to moment like storytelling. And so I think a lot of what I didn't care for in this episode is just that. It just makes for uninteresting battle. Like, oh, dude, yeah, Ichigo, that didn't matter. That didn't matter. Or Hime, that didn't matter. Rukia, that didn't matter. God damn, nigga. Okay, I get it. Cool, dude. Do
It's
something
sort of
else besides fucking shoot your black goo and fucking nah.
and it's like this is like twofold, right? One, something I said to Mikey was like, it seems like the problem here is that she can just say I reject. What if he just goes for the head, huh? Because
Mm,
like clearly like he doesn't have to do this way, but
mm,
whatever, right?
mm,
That's like a minor,
mm,
fucking cinema sins level nitpick. I can put that to the side.
mm.
My kind of like assessment of Kubo and Thousand Year Blood War is like, yes, bro, you are a themes merchant. Like, it's sort of dude, I don't give a shit about Basby as a character. Fuck that guy. But there is like something profoundly like amusing to me about like using Basby for essentially like to give Yurgum half characterization and then half just so you could say, yes, my fire is hotter than Yamamoto's right after like Yamamoto dies. There's like a very specific humor that I derive from the way that Kubo like power scales in his own series. Like, dude, Kenpachi getting off-screened like negative tiffed by a guy pretending to be Yuha with just his memories, hilarious, right? Objectively fucking hilarious.
That's just a Quincy, bro.
This regular Quincy, like, dude, he wasn't even the twin that could copy
Yeah,
powers.
he's just
Like,
genuinely just yo, dude. I have his memories.
just these, bro. Like, fuck,
Yeah.
whatever. The fact that Kenpachi didn't spin back on that, the fact that nobody gave a shit, the fact that like in the end it was just a way to like wrap up this shit with Unohana and like kind of get him to self-actualize, only for him to go berserk against a different jobber, Quincy, is funny to me, right? It's like objectively hilarious. Like, bro, great stuff for Kenpachi. Yes, bro, I can just make water in the air because I thought it really hard. It's cool if you just want to if you just want to have fun with it, but like writing, like on a writing level, dude, W resolution for Kenpachi's character. Appreciate you, Kubo. Mwah, you know, on a fight, that's a smooth 5 on a meathead level. On a grander narrative level, okay, I guess like we had to get Unohana and Ukitake up out of here, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just Kubo's focus, right? You kind of learn like,
But
hey, this guy's style is not like super dependent on the granularities, right?
mm,
But he does kind of bring your attention there when he explains a lot of like when he makes the hacks so like conceptual, right?
mm,
Um, excuse me. Um, that's all. Like it's sort of I think it's sort of for me, right? I enjoy Bleach a lot more when I'm able to like get my I kind of gotta read a little bit of poetry before I read Bleach, right? I kind of gotta like hop in my bath, drink a little bit of wine, like kind of
it's not
like
about what's actually happening, man. It's about like what this all means.
yeah, basically, and but like unironically, right? It's like sort of like
Mm,
you if I'm if I'm not in the right mode, a lot of the genuine value that I can derive from Bleach is lost on me because Kubo does write in a way that's like you can critique, right? And I don't really give a shit if you do
mm,
critique it for the reasons that I brought up because like I do sometimes, right? But Kubo does write in a way that is very interesting, very like very moving at times, right? But
mm.
like sometimes you'll see some shit and it's like, wow, dude, you got a lethal wedgie. Fuck. Wow. Okay, hold on. Whoa, bang! I was like, shit. Oh my god, dude, he's a regular guy. He's a regular guy. Okay, okay, hold on. Let me get back
Dude,
into it. It's just Kubo writes in a way to where I think I can enjoy it a lot more and get a lot more value out of it when I almost read Bleach knowing, hey, dude, your usual tastes kind of don't apply here all that much, right? Try like, yo, dude, I know you have a sweet tooth. This is salty. Give it a
dude,
chance.
I have two favorite like you quotes in regards to Bleach.
Mm.
One of them is more recent. I'll start with that one. Bleach was never meant to be as popular as it was. Like the fact that it got lumped into the big three is like almost to its detriment because people like expect similar shonen-y crap. Like Ichigo is like a lane protagonist because he doesn't have like a big goal type of narratives, right?
Mm.
Like people put a lot of shit on Bleach
Niggas would have loved it
expectation
if it had
wise.
Hunter level motion, like within the community. Because Hunter's still extremely popular, right? But if it was like in that, if Bleach was just in that
Yeah.
like I'm popular but low key I'm like Full Metal Alchemist and Hunter, niggas would
Yeah.
have liked it more. I think.
I'm a thinking man's
I'm a
anime, right?
thinking man's
Yeah.
mainstream anime. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
I still like Battle Shonen, but you can tell I'm a little bit smarter than you because my
Dude,
favorite shit is Bleach, right?
what you know about a haiku? Like, come on, bro.
You know, that's kind of that to me. And then when it's like, dude, it's in the big three, nigga, no, man, it's Naruto and One Piece's not even little cousin, bro. The guy that comes over every once in a while. You get the fuck out of
It's
here,
like,
man.
bro, for most of that time, it was like Dragon Ball and Friends. Like, and then Bleach just happened to be there. Like, it's just like a thought that like crosses my mind when I see Bleach clips now of like, dude, there's this like really like ennui filled mangaka, right? That like wanted to write, that wanted to write like fucking slam poetry, the power system, but like had to draw had to draw this shit. Like Kuba's a funny ass cat, man. The second, you opinion that like,
Mm-hmm.
fucking puts a smile on my face when it comes to Bleach.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it has to do with like the way that it was the action figures thing, an extension of it.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I think you said some shit like, fuck, what was it? It was two action figures slamming together, but like, oh, okay. I'll remember in a bit. I'll
Mm-hmm.
circle back. The point is, right? When it comes to Bleach as like a story that's like experienced by the larger populace,
Mm-hmm.
um, I noticed like it falls into like two camps for most people. It's like you get the, he's a friend of ours. Okay, you get a certain type of person who like really appreciates the artistry of it
You can just
to
say
the
Radman.
maximum
Also,
of
friend
the
of
guy.
ours, bro. You don't rock with him, bro. Don't. Why are you doing that?
Right, at the pod, bro. But whatever, I rock with Radman just fine. He's cool. Yeah, you get the Radman like, dude, this shit is actually better than the Bible type
Hmm.
shit.
Hmm.
And then you get like the yes, bro. Fuck, what's the Rock Lee shit for Bleach? I'm trying to think of like a very big one.
Ichigo doesn't have any motivations.
Ichigo doesn't have any
He
motivations,
fell off
right?
after Soul Society.
That's
Uh,
also a classic. Fuck.
yeah, dude. One of our friends
Yeah.
believes that. No shade. No shade. No shade. I will rat you out. Don't worry. But yeah, JJK is
Yeah.
like how Bleach was seen back then.
I don't know, man. Like, I really love Bleach. I do. Um, but I think Kubo's at his strongest when he doesn't have to I think Kubo's at his strongest when he has a plan and he's not trying to like, maybe I'll be arrested for saying this. Kubo is not an epic guy. Like that's my
I
take
I
when it
I
comes to
I
Kubo.
I agree.
Like he's like a dude, contained, reasonably sized, beginning like tight beginning, middle, and end. Like that's where Kubo really
He's a very
shines.
personal writer. He's a very personal
Yeah.
writer.
Like Fullbringer was great. Soul Society was as good as it was because it was like this like really meticulous like set up aspect of the story. And as much as like Arankar is fun, there is like a loss of focus there that's like very visible and very noticeable, especially in the anime. If you watch it like that route, where like you feel the all the extra time he gave himself to do shit, like the Wakamundo raid, Fake Karakura Town, like every aspect of the Arankar saga was just ballooning. And it's not like it was ass, right? It was just there was just a lot of drifting. And Thousand Year Blood War is just like the most egregious example for me. Like it was hey, bro, you gonna finish that food? Like you kind of ordered for the whole table and then ate 2 bites and like what the
Yeah,
fuck?
I think that's like a pretty good observation that he isn't a very he doesn't seem to have ever written a he doesn't seem to have ever written like a very like wide spanning like multi-tiered event happening and that be well done. Like scope and scale isn't really his bread and butter, or at least it doesn't seem to be the thing that gets like his most attention. And I don't think there's any problem with that, except for the fact that Thousand Year Blood War is kind of that in a lot of respect. I like Arrancar. I like Waco Mundo. I think I like it more than I do Soul Society, to be honest with you. But a lot of that does come down to a mix of like, dude, he elevated the cool shit he was doing. The mask, yo, bro, yo, let me be dead ass, bro. Maybe Deadass. The Hollow Mask cooler than Ichigo's Bankai debut. When Ichigo, I was like, yeah, I'm wet. Not gonna lie, yo, that's tough. I didn't have words for it, bro. I didn't have words for it, but my body knew aura. Like, yeah, he's cold. And then you get a lot of those like more personal stories. Um, I think
I think
those are still there.
I think where Johnny and I like really strongly agree with each other is in this thing he just said. I feel my issue is just that Thousand Year Blood War doesn't have that emotional through line like the other arcs do. By the time we reach the final confrontation, all the characters completed their respective arcs chapters ago, so there isn't much emotion to derive from Yuha versus Ichigo. I don't feel anything being asked of me as a reader like with other arcs. Like I can tell you right now, man, like Yuha kind of being a little responsible for Ichigo's mom dying, it's cool, but it's trying to trying to go under the line of ghostwriting for Kubo, but it's like the vibe that I got going into Thousand Year Blood War, right? What I thought the arc was going to be the first time I read it before like I finished it was like, dude, Mayuri was like, dude, we wiped out the Quincy's, you know, that's like fuck those guys, they messed up the balance, and At this point, we already kind of like know that Soul Society is like a corrupt system that's basically just holding reality together artificially off the back of a corpse. And there's all like for me, all the pieces were there of like Yuha confronting the system, right? In like a holistic sense, where Aizen wanted to kind of like put her under new management. Yuha wanted to like dismantle the entire thing. We got bits and pieces of that as it went on, but it wasn't really the through line for a lot of it. It was this kind of uncomfortable personal drama aspect that I didn't like in Thousand Year Blood War. It almost felt like Johnny said, kind of artificial, but also, dude, it felt like a way to get Ichigo to skirt around the confrontation. Like, there is an argument in Yuha's actions, right? That like isn't really interrogated, and the fact that like Kubo doesn't really shy away from making this argument at certain points, but he just doesn't really confront them to Ichigo. Like, for example, Ichibe just kind of quietly monologuing, "Hey, bro, if this guy fails, like I'll just use Ichigo's corpse, right, to replace the Soul King." Like these are like dastardly things. The fact that Urahara is a Soul Society apologist and fucking like loyalist, right? The fact that like if it came down to it, he would put the guy that he trained, right, the guy that we saw trained Ichigo into that fucking Amber without a second thought. Is like I think these are all like very cool aspects that like are kind of uncomfortable and make the Bleach world as to me as interesting as it is. But like Kubo decided to make it a lot more.
Dude, I think we just got to acknowledge that Ichigo's complicit in it all. Like, I think the thing we just have to be comfortable with is that Ichigo's cool with that because people he loves are part of that system.
And but the thing is like that's some shit we got to do, but not some shit Kubo ever puts at the forefront, right? Like that's like if you the way to read Bleach, right, that like really clicked for me is like Bleach is by all respects the Ichigo Chronicles, right? Like it is centered around Ichigo's life, self-actualization, and identity. That's it. Like all this other shit is there, but like the Bleach world, all these like feelings, questions, and themes can only really be fully explored, personal opinion, when Ichigo isn't the focus. I think that's why the books work as well as they do, because like when you're kind of exposed to the raw nerve of the Bleach world without the insulation that's been Ichigo this whole time, you kind of like feel a lot more for Aizen and Yuha and like what they dislike about Soul Society. Shit, even Ginjo and the Fullbringers, right? Like there's a lot of shit there that like to me is really fucking interesting, but like falls outside the scope of the shit Ichigo deals with. And Thousand Year Blood War like presents this clash in the most obvious way. That's what I think the problem is, right? You have Ichigo kind of going through his emotional arc the way Kubo's been writing Bleach up until that point. And then you have all this thematic shit that's been creeping up and building and building and building. And you need to have a villain with like motivations and shit, right? And you kind of get them to clash, but their clashes are sort of like at oil and water, right? It's like, bro, what? These are two different liquids. Why did you fill up the bottle like with both of them? They're not going to mix. It's sort of like, why didn't you just fill it up with all water and just really commit to the personal shit, or all oil and really commit to the systemic shit? So like that's why Thousand Year Blood War can feel so off. Again, personal theory and opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just of the sentiment personally that like I have yet to come across a manga that has, you can call it the guts, the proper political stance, the perspective, whatever, to really put the system under review and then like do some shit about it. Like niggas are like, oh, Kaguya, Kaguya, Kaguya about Naruto all day long, right? If you're making like if you're asking me what is like a genuine problem with the way Naruto ends, it's that like, yo, Sasuke, kind of right. Some of these niggas gotta die dead ass, right?
Mm-hmm.
You sidestep that by making the character like wrong in other regards, and you basically, I mean, you basically you have Naruto make a straw man out of Sasuke, right? And it's not really like a straw man because Sasuke is trying to isolate himself and da 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 da, right? But it's sort of, you have him attack the weakest component. You have him attack the weakest aspect of the argument, which is,
Yeah.
yeah, you can't do that alone, yada yada. Okay, cool, bet. Kill these people with me then, right? I think the sensibilities of a lot of shonen manga just don't, they're not willing to be like, yeah, dude, sometimes the system is actually corrupt enough to where the niggas that built it gotta go, right? I just don't think that like happens very often.
Mhm.
I think I think even like a story that's kind of like built on that, like One Piece gets criticized for that sometimes with like the Marine Apologia or whatever, right? Um and I haven't like read it enough to have like a perspective on it myself, but I view Kubo's like his sort of like making Ichigo complicit in the crimes of Soul Society. I find it to be as much of a problem as like, yeah, Naruto's complicit in like the genocidal like history of Konoha, which is to say they are, because they allow the status quo to be maintained, like in respect to, they make the systemic personal, and in that there comes a lot of like really really good moments and really enjoyable like interpersonal character messaging, but the like social political commentary is ass, and it's just ass because neither author seems really like equipped, able, or desiring to like do that. It's a very like centrist lib kind of like mentality, and I think My Hero Academia is probably of a similar perspective there. um but yeah, give me one
Yeah.
second. I need to take that call I talked to you about. You're back.
Oh, okay. Yeah. My Hero Academia is definitely like a standout one for that kind of system. Um, it's the fuck, what's the name of that villain group? The Exomorph or some shit. Like their quirks are like physical mutations that they can't like turn off to look normal. I forgot. Fuck, I forgot what they're called. But like the shit that Spinner was up to, like it felt like a half-hearted attempt at like dealing or confronting these issues in like a meaningful way. Plus, I feel like that about Blood War just has a poor rogues gallery. The Stern Ritter just felt like a bunch of numeros with some heavy hitters, as opposed to a meaningful successor counter response to the Gote 13 and Espada. You know, the Espada were kind of cool, but like here's my problem with Kubo's villains, right? It's kind of similar to the way he writes arcs. The smaller, the better. When he has a small pool to work with, Kubo's at his best. The Fullbringers were, on average, better characterized than most of the Espada, with the exception of Ukiura and Grimjow. Like, it felt top heavy. Like, you can definitely tell the ones he paid attention to and the ones that he didn't give a shit about. Like, Harabel Stark got like fucking sprinkles, by the way. But like Baragon was like a distant third. You have fuck, who was number 8 that Byakuya killed? The speedster guy. I forgot his name. He had like a bunch of eyes. There's also a top heavy. Like it was. There's just like a lot of weirdness when it came to characterizing the Espada outside of like interesting designs or like novel abilities. Which damn dude, even the Sternritter did not really have. Like that's kind of the backdrop of fucking. That's sort of the drawback of like them being in uniform. But shit, even the Espada were in uniforms. I don't even think that's a good excuse. I'd say there's definitely a general centrist lean. I'm not sure how much Ichigo specifically knows, but yeah, Naruto's guilty, and One Piece and My Hero Academia are especially deeply guilty. Um, One Piece is weird when you compare like complicity. I like it's a I don't know, a global institution, right? Like, but they're also pirates, like for better or for worse, right? Luffy and company are pretty anti-government pretty consistently, but that's also because the government is also like super fucking evil in One Piece. I'd say like One Piece has the best ratio of that. Like if you were to be like, oh, who's the most like anarchist out of all these series, it would probably be One Piece, but that's still like not fucking. I wouldn't say that that's like a noticeable gap. That's Amari. He's 7, not 8. 9 was the guy that could shapeshift. Wasn't he like a Vastalorde or something? He was like the only one they like had him imitate Rukia's old partner or something. I'm trying to remember who the fuck was the 8th Espada? Paranormal Liberation Front. Thank you. There's Ukiora and Grimchild, then a massive gap. Yeah. Size Laporo. Fuck. Yeah, honestly, yeah, the Stern Ritters get shit on. I think Size Laporo, like, if we're going just off of like enjoyable fights, iconic moments, characterization, like on average, I think the Stern Ritter versus the Espada are just, that's not even really a competition, man. Like, who are the most iconic Stern Ritter? Like, let's break it down, right? You have Bazby, Bambi, Yurgum. I'm already struggling. Fuck. Askin, I guess, and Lil Barrow, Relay Barrow. Is that it, chat? Like, is that the fucking comp for the Espada? Is that what Ukiora, Grimjow, Baragon, and Stark? I think that's like fair. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's the Espada just absolutely shit on them. And by the way, that's not even counting fucking Geen or Tozen. I know a lot of people might clown Tozen, but like, I think the light novels do him a little bit of a facelift, but also him and Kamamura's little dynamic wasn't like half bad. I do think at least it was personal, you know? Like shit, say what you will, but the Quincy's were just fucking serial killers with like puns. I don't know. I'm definitely a lot more lukewarm on them. Gremmy has little characterization, but he has some cool moments. Yeah, their abilities are more fun to be sure. Hashwolf, actual peak Ryu legacy, so not fair. Let me double check Hashwolf. I just want to make sure I'm thinking of the same guy. Oh, it's Yurgum. Okay. I've never seen somebody call him by his last name. Ryu, Askin, Bambi, not very deep as a character. Yeah. Okay. So I did name like the top 5. Oh, everything all right?
Fuck yeah.
Let's go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We were just saying like Stern Ritter and Espada band for band, genuinely disgusting for the Espada, bro. Okay, without looking at chat, give me the top 5 most notable Stern Ritter.
Lily Barrow. Wait. Power or just like character?
Character.
Ah, fuck. Okay. So Hashwolf.
He said fuck first.
Because I was genuinely thinking, who are the strongest niggas I know in there, right? Okay, Hashwolf, Baz, Gremmy.
Quick, what's a character trait they all have that's not their power?
Oh fuck, they're Quincy.
Yeah.
I got, yeah, buddy. Yeah, they're Quincy. Fuck you. Dude, I'm locked. I'm on top of it, bro. I'm on top of it.
Continue, bro. Continue.
So I said Gremmy, I said Hashwolf, I said Bazby.
You also say Hashwolf instead of Yurgum. You know, even I owe you an apology.
Type shit. Fuck, because I can think of more, right? But I'm like, damn, ones that are like relevant. Like Asnot is cool, I guess. Like insofar as like they make Byakuya and Rukia do shit.
I don't think you're gonna have a wrong answer for 5th. You know.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah, I'm thinking. Let me find it. Gerard's ass. I hate Gerard. He's fucking dog shit.
Yes.
Lily Barrow's ass too. Fuck. Dude, a 5th one that's good. Yeah, no. Pernida? No, fuck. I think these things are ass. Pernida has a cool ability, but yeah.
Yeah, like that's kind of the point we were getting at while you're out. It was just like, dude, Kubo couldn't even like the smaller scope, the better Kubo was able to excel because not only were the Espada fewer in number and not fewer in number than the Stern Ritter. But also, shit, bro, that's not counting Geen and Tozen. Like, that's genuinely just the 10 that we count. Mm-hmm. Like, that guy that Ichigo was fighting, they kept calling him, like, Nino.
Yeah. Bro, no, I liked him, bro. I liked him.
Like,
I did like him, man. I liked him. I liked him.
Like, he was fine, dude. But it's like, oh, yes, can one of you Stern Ritter give me that minimum? No? Okay, Askin. I see the pun, bro. It's cool. Yes, you have a personality.
What's that? What's
Yes,
that?
yes.
What's that line he says to Ichigo? Um, fuck, dude. Because it's when he's dying. It's when he's dying. Like, he tells him to like keep that sweetness, like, and then refers to his name. Like that shit. I thought that was tough, dude. I was like, damn, that's
Yeah,
poetry. I fuck with that.
yeah,
That's like, bro. I like that.
yeah. I mean, it's
Demon,
like it's
you
almost
seem
as
like you would
iconic
know it.
as It seems like as iconic as like Asnot's iconic line.
Yeah, leave behind that sweetness. Yeah, dude, that shit was tough. When Kubo's in his like flowery, dude, I like drinking wine too, bro. Fuck.
I bet nobody clocked that whole like iconic Asnot line, bro. Fuck.
Yeah, I didn't. I had a thing I had to get off my desk. I think there's some Dordoni level hitters.
Only.
Yeah, but only Hashwolf is in those Ukiora plus Scrimjaw conversations.
Yeah. By the way, Tordoni not even an official Espada.
Yeah.
He was a guy that was on patrol.
Privaron Espada type shit. Hey man, also can I be honest? The Spanish just like had more aura than like the German, just like generally. Like
Yeah.
maybe that's
The
racist, but I
the
don't know.
the guitar string in the anime, that shit set a tone.
I just fuck with like the naming schemes for like abilities, like Lanza de la Rampago. Like that shit's just harder than like fucking I don't know.
There was
Nine. My fault. My fault. Let me relax.
like there's this conversation around the antagonists, right, when it comes to Bleach, that I find really interesting.
Hmm.
Like, because it boils down to like Aizen and Yuha, but I think like if you wanted to be generous, different universe where like he got like a few chapters and like he was the main guy, but like dude, Tsukishima was genuinely like also really good. Like that was a fucking that was Tsukishima was putting on a fucking clinic for a while there. Like he was pushing Ichigo to like
Go into your head. Name 3 character traits that he has aside from his powers. Go.
my uncle Tsukishima, bro. He's funny, charming. I've known him my whole life.
Yeah. See, you had to rely on his gimmick, bro. You
Okay,
act, dude. He was so good. Yeah. Yeah,
fine.
bro. I seen that tweet too. Oh damn, bro. Bro's really terrorizing Ichigo. Yeah, I know, nigga. And this happens every arc, bro. Everybody terrorizes Ichigo.
Fine. Then Ginjo, you'd have Ginjo above him character wise, I guess. Eh.
Yeah.
I don't know. To me, it's like less aura, less character. Fuck, that's wrong.
Yeah.
Now we cousins. All right, bro.
So,
Yeah. Um, Overall, just like curious to see like where it goes from here. Just like in terms of like the other shit they add, but also a small part of me is like kind of eager to see Kubo
Liechtenstein.
post Thousand Year Blood War anime coming back as like an excuse. Like, bro, are you gonna write the Hell arc or not? Fuck.
Hey man, do whatever he wants to, man. Let him do what he wants, but let him do what he wants. Liechtenstein. Or whatever the fuck. That's a Quincy arrow, sure, bro. Hirin Yaku. Yeah, dude. Did you do? Fuck. We talked about Bleach generally. Yo. I'm curious. Yo, Mozane. I know you like that form. I know you like that Bankai, bro. I know you. I know you like. I know you like that. Kubo, is your body still built for this? And yeah, and raise your hands if you watched the episode. 1, 2. Raise your hands again. Yeah, I fucking loved it. Yeah, I knew you would, Mozane. I knew you would, bro. Ask me how I know. Ask me how I know, bro. Go ahead. Give me a question about it. That shit was trash. Trash is a lot. I'm being really dramatic and performative for stream, admittedly, right? That shit was fine. Um, and by fine I mean, whew, your Bankai is clones power wise, okay. And design wise, that shit was not tough. This motherfucker hates everything God. Here's my take. Here's my take. I'm gonna say this, and there's no way for y'all to really disagree. So I can say this and let it stand. If I drew that, if a Twitter artist drew that and said this is what Ichigo's Bankai looked like, y'all niggas would shit down their throat. Oh my god, dude! Oh my god, that's super edgy. Oh my god, oh blah 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 blah. That's super edgy. That's genuinely gear death. Like fuck you, man. It doesn't. It's not that cool, bro. Nah, that shit would be hard. You're a fucking liar. You're a fucking liar. Because I know, like, I know that, bro. No hype, no enthusiasm, only analysis. Okay, but Bleach designs are gear death coded as a baseline. Sure, but there's a little bit of balance, right? There's a little bit of, I'll be honest, like a design, like a motherfucker who is very, very interested in like that edge, but also that fact. Like, I could see Dongai Ichigo going on the runway, right? I get like there is a level of there's a mix there. I'm not moved by the double horn chains around the nigga, bro. I'm not really rocking with that, bro. I'm not really rocking with that. Nigga got darker and got chains. Kubo, what you mean by that, bro? Genuinely what you mean by that? Yo, bro, he got melanin. Let's chain him up. You're a weirdo. You're a weirdo, bro. You're a weirdo. Um, I like that he fronted as the second horn instead of that fuck ass singular horn. You're lost, bro. The asymmetry made that shit hard. The asymmetry, crazy headphone dent, bro. The asymmetry made that shit hard, bro. You want me to call some shit sick, bro? Don Gai Ichigo sick. Mugetsu Ichigo sick, right? Bankai Ichigo sick. Hollow Mask Ichigo sick. A lot of things that Kubo designed are sick. I'm sorry. I just don't like this very much. Nigga said Kenpachi's literally an Oni. Can I be honest? Kenpachi's Bankai design ain't that cool to me either. That shit isn't really his greatest work. Sorry. I know it's hard that Kenpachi got like a Bankai, but if we're being dead ass, yo, dude, what you think about Kenpachi's Bankai relative to all of their Bankai? It's cool. That's not Byakuya. That's not Toshiro Hitsugaya. That's not Ruki Akutsuki. That's not the many iterations of Ichigo. The completed horns represent a full blend with the aspects of himself no longer clash, but instead combine. Yeah, that's analysis slot, bro. You're saying you like it because it makes sense thematically. I'm not saying it doesn't make sense thematically. I'm saying the design looks bad. That's you're doing analysis slot, bro. You're doing what you're saying I'm doing. What about Vasto Lord of Ichigo? How come that gets a pass? That's a fucking hollow, bro. That shit looks tough as fuck. Like, let me put it like this, right? Edge isn't a problem. Edge isn't an issue. It's edge maybe without anything else, right? It's like, dude, I'm trying to think of an analogy. I'm trying to formulate, right? I do agree on Kenpachi's Bankai. Demon agrees with me. Not gonna lie, I'm right. I value her opinion on multiple things, at least when she agrees with me, more than most of y'all's. Fuck you guys. Wait, you prefer Toshiro's Bankai look over Kenpachi's? Dude. Yes. 100%. I do agree on Kenpachi's Bankai. I honestly would have preferred him being Shikai locked, but I haven't done the late stage Kenpachi analysis. And I'm not even saying Kenpachi having a Bankai is bad. I'm just saying design-wise, it's not his best work. I bet you would like it if Kubo drew it. Probably, bro. Yo, that nigga's design philosophy goes kind of crazy, bro. If Kubo drew it, that shit might be harder. He might make some tweaks that make me like it, or maybe it's just like, yeah, I don't know what to tell you, bro. I can even like bury on mode if a real nigga draws it, right? In terms of design, that shit looks ass too. I think I think the episode was fun. I think Orihime did her thing. I wasn't like necessarily emotionally moved, but I thought the episode was like was a fun bit of extra for her, right? That's cool. Doesn't Toshiro also have six smaller wings as well? Like, dude, adult Toshiro genuinely, bro, didn't do shit but step back and get taller. Oh my god, Kubo, you're so fucking cool, dude. Oh, dude, Kubo, I love you. Um, like, listen, if you fuck with it, I'm not trying to rain in your parade, right? But I'm not gonna sit here and be like, because it makes sense, because thematically it resonates with Ichigo's narrative. Like that shit looks good. I don't have to say that. I don't have to. I don't. I did it because I hate it. Yeah, fuck, dude. Adult Toshiro's design is a rare moment for me rocking with Toshiro, like the Ice Pauldron so much. You didn't have to say rare moment, but type shit. Daigoden Hyorimaru. Fuck! The aura's on my screen.
I'll be honest with you. There is one. Can I get some shit off, bro?
Hold on, one
Even
second. Before you
posted-
do, 1 second. Nah, nigga, you call me a knuckle dragger for liking Ichigo's Bankai? I implied it. I didn't think you would pick that up, bro. Not gonna lie. Because the reason I know you're excited to go see Doomsday, I know what you are. Please continue, bro. Go ahead.
Jesus, bro. He just said he was excited to see a movie.
Doomsday, bro.
Okay. So listen, post Enlightenment, post reading the series, rereading it, reading the light novels, there's one like kind of super minor, and I mean like super minor nitpick that's always rubbed me the wrong way. And I've always felt like an asshole for it. Because like it seems like nobody else gives a shit but me. Okay. This is just an opinion. I don't like that Toshiro and Rukia have the same gimmick. I really fucking hate that. Like, I don't understand
They don't, bro.
the ice and temperature gimmick. They both seem to have it.
No, dude.
It seems like, for the most part, functionally.
Rukia doesn't have an ice Bankai. This nigga didn't read. He doesn't have an ice
Bro,
Bankai,
yes,
bro.
temperature, blah blah blah. Bro, Toshiro can freeze concepts and abilities.
He's so
bro.
cool.
Like,
He's so cool. He's so cool. Sorry. You good?
like just I'm damn fuck, dude. I don't. It's functionally the same ability, bro. It's functionally the same goddamn thing. I just
He's so
Yes.
fucking cool.
dude, oh shit, Rukia can freeze people. Toshiro literally freezes people all the goddamn time. He froze Gerard.
I don't mind.
Like-
I don't mind two characters having the same ability personally.
I guess
Um,
like for me, it's like if they have the same ability, they have the same ability, but it's the insistence on the difference that like really fucks with me and makes me feel crazy. Like,
Mhm.
bro, it's cool if they just like can do the same thing. If you don't care about power scaling, and you don't have to for this, right? All I ask is for like, aside from the ice dragon, which is more or less like just cosmetic, is there really a different like is there a job that requires either or, right? Or let me rephrase. Is there a job that requires Rukia's Bankai that Toshiro's can't do and vice versa? That's all I'm asking. I'm just asking questions.
Low key. And Mikey, you don't like Toshiro. I get it. I'm not shitting on Rukia. I know you don't even give a fuck about power scaling. So just let me, please, Mikey, for once in your life, just let me get this off, bro. Genuinely, I don't want to have to ban you. All right. Let me get this off. I never said that. No, okay.
Say
I'm
what
not
you
even.
wanna say, bro.
You don't give a fuck about power scaling, right? Is there a job that Toshiro can handle that Rukia can't? Yeah, if I need concepts frozen, bro, I'll get Toshiro. Rukia can't do that. And hey, by the way, Toshiro would have fallen victim to Asnod's fear because he's alive, right?
I'm not. It's not a power scaling. It's just
Okay, well,
It's
no,
a
no,
function thing.
no,
Like,
there
yeah,
is a
I wanna
function.
be- yeah.
Let me give you the scenario, right?
okay.
Rukia can't freeze concepts or powers, right? Like the ability behind it. Toshiro is alive, so in the similar positions, Toshiro would lose to Asnot. Rukia wouldn't be helpful against Gerard. That's a functional difference that you asked
That is a
for.
function, and I, you know what, bro? That was satisfying. Can I say, hey, chat? Is it, chat? Is it actually fucking okay to just say thank you? Like, is that allowed? Hey, bro, thanks for that. I just wanted to get some shit off. You clarified some shit. It made me feel better.
No
Thanks.
worries, bro. I'm happy that happened.
I'm not. Hey, bro. I'm not ready to die on my shield about that.
You're
It was
good,
some
you're
shit
good.
That was bugging me. You addressed it. Thanks, bro.
You're good, bro.
W free marketplace of ideas interaction. Fuck.
Yeah. Who's that gotcha character on the screen? I wonder if anybody will ever. Okay, let me.
Dude, that felt like exercising some shit.
Yeah.
Fuck.
He's a
It's
guy
tearing me up inside.
in Vessel Lord. Each girl some of the best designs in Bleach. Vessel Lord, the master design, Broken Yukata, and the Zanpakuto being pretty much glued to him. It's peak. I'm just saying, like, I'm just saying, bro. Just because Kubo is one of the better designers in manga generally doesn't mean literally everything that comes from Bleach is the best looking thing ever. I just don't think that the form looks that cool. It doesn't look good. It looks, to me, Once again, edge isn't a crime. Edge isn't bad. It's overly edgy without anything to me that balances out, that makes it look aesthetically pleasing. It's just a lot. And you can maybe even say, fuck, dude, a lot of Kubo's designs are kind of made within the context of the medium of manga. And so maybe Ichigo's skin, like, being darker, would look better like in a black and white, like a two-tone medium, than it does in the anime, which is like composited to fucking hell and back, right? So we got like he got this black marking on his face, then his skin is just kind of like reddish brown, then he's got the two horns, and then the overlaying super glowing red chains. Yeah, that shit's hard. Nigga, fuck you, bro. I'm not gonna sit here and take this. Nah, 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 nah. Let me show y'all what the design looks like, bro. And I want y'all to say sheesh, that's tough. I want those words exactly. That's why Mozane, get ready, bro. Get ready, man. It's a quick time event. If you don't do it, bro, I'm getting you out of here. All right. I need you to look at this and say, damn, dude, that's the toughest form I've ever seen in Bleach. All right. Here we go, bro. Here we go, bro. I want you to say, fuck, that's Aura. Was he actually darker? Or is that just color theory? Nah. That nigga got melanin now, bro. Sorry.
It's mm,
The
you know that's
Bonkai dump
Ichigo.
circumcised Tensa Zangetsu. That nigga tough as fuck. Yeah, you're lost, bro. Let me zoom in on some of these features real quick, bro. Yo,
It's
the
just like
oh, that
I
render
think
is so lame. Yeah, it is, nigga. Yeah, fuck you, bro. Yeah, yeah. Oh, that render is lame. That's the form's design. That's what it looks like, bro. Sorry.
uh yes, Ichigo rip
Like,
off Kenpachi's Bankai. Like I don't know, man. I just
and I don't know if you heard me, bro, but I don't even think Kenpachi's Bankai looks tough. I mean, it's cool, it's fine, but is it a top tier Kubo design?
it's all right. It's fine.
Chains not hitting. Yeah, man. It's a genuine like maybe I'd be a dumbass, right? But like if they didn't do the like clinking of the chains, I wouldn't even identify those as chains visually,
Chains,
bro.
yeah, they just
I
look like nebulous aura.
yeah. And I'm just like, okay. At least the fan art is cool though. Yeah, man. Yeah, thanks, Mikey. Appreciate you, bro. Uh it's it's
Uh,
Ichigo trying to copy Hisagi.
dude,
Shuhei,
with
bro.
just like not semi related transition. Are you down to indulge a little Blue Lock conversation for like a minute?
Nah, bro. Wait, did a
I
new
know,
chapter
bro.
drop and I didn't read it?
No, it's
Uh
just like the like Isagi saying he can devour like this last chapter.
oh yeah.
The cut in
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, 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 yeah. No, but yeah, no. Let's not. No, no. That's okay. We don't
I
got to
just
do that. No, no, no. We don't
I
got to
just
do
want
that. We don't got to do that,
to.
bro. He's having a moment. He's dude. Leave
I know.
him the
I know.
fuck alone. He's having a
Can I
moment, dude.
can I just say something? Can I just offer up?
Sure, you can say
Can I
something.
just
You can say
can I
something.
just say something?
I can't guarantee
Okay.
I'll respond. I'll let you say it though. Go ahead.
Okay. I don't. Kaneshiro, listen. If the gimmick, right? If the gimmick is like fuck, they don't have egos. What the fuck am I supposed to devour? That's my whole bag. And then you end the chapter with, oh fuck, but this guy has an ego I can devour. What's the goddamn point, bro? Like this guy is a counter to my ability. Oh wait, no, never mind. I love you, bro. Never stop writing, but also imagine you applied this logic, the logic of this chapter to like another series for a second, right? And it's like Gojo versus Sukuna. And Gojo's like, oh fuck, man, his barrierless domain is gonna be a real problem for me. I've never been trained to work against that. And the chapter ends with Sukuna using a barrier for some fucking reason. Why you do that, bro? Why did you do that? Like, why did you stop committing to the bit of this fucking match after 2 chapters? Fuck, dude. Your ego sticking out. Fuck, bro. It's not supposed to. That's the whole gimmick with this goddamn team. Your ego sticking out. You think I'm a fucking joke? Oh shit. Oh shit. Okay, sorry. Just had to get that off.
Type shit, bro. Mikey keeps asking me to ask you what you were talking about in terms of Orihime during y'all's watch.
I just, I respected her abilities. Hey, Mikey, can you stop fucking
He texted me
running
and
to
said
teacher?
he texted me and said you were just talking about her ass and tits.
Wow. Classic fucking Mikey lie, dude. He's pulling his ego out.
Dude, were you objectifying Orihime throughout her entire like
Last
character
stand?
episode, bro?
No. Can I ask you? Can you indulge with the luck thing for like a minute? Call it. Hey,
No,
bro. Just this once.
no. Absolutely not, bro. Like I'll tell you this: if I were Yuta, I'm killing Ishigori right there. Dude, come on. I might die. No, dude, you
Hey,
go.
hey, bro. What if I told it? Humor me, bro.
No.
Hey, bro. Please.
Hey, bro.
Context, bro.
No, no.
Context.
Yeah, no. I get you, right? I understand, dude. Important words. These will take you far. No means no. Consent matters, bro.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Did you notice the thing I pointed out?
Did I notice the thing I pointed out? Can I read? Yeah.
Okay. I thought you'd have an answer for it, defense wise. No, bro. Kaneshiro meant it like this or something.
I mean, it's just like. I mean, I don't know what you want me to say. One, I don't really like. I don't really like where he's going with the manga at the moment. For one, for two, uh, I I mean, I think like this doesn't have to be the dumbest thing in the world, like this particular like plot beat, because I think it happens a lot of like, oh man, their abilities counter mine, or maybe they don't actually. Fuck, it's just kind of like that. That's like I mean, shit. That's what happened with Sukuna, right? Fuck, I can't cut him. No wait, yes I can. That's like that's genuinely if you be a dickhead, right? And you just go, fuck, that first slash didn't work. Okay, I use my domain and then it works. Fuck, it doesn't work again. Okay, I learned from Maharaga. Now it works. It's like I don't think that the structure is innately ass. But I can recognize the hilarity of it being so
Like consolidated, yeah.
consolidated and maybe just like not obscured by other interesting things happening around it. So yeah. Um, yeah, I
All
just,
right, we can leave it there.
yeah, I just don't really want to discuss Blue Look very much, like with people outside of the family. It just feels a little like,
I get it. You're going through a hard time.
yeah. I just appreciate people can respect our privacy.
So
Did
do
you
you
want
want
to? We can talk about 20th Century Boys, or if you wanted to before, and you can do your actor sort of like your actor spiel.
Oh,
I don't know if you had a preference.
okay. We can do the actor one super quickly. Okay, chat. So Indy Neveretti, the gal that played Nikki on Obsession, right? As you may or may not know, recently got announced to be the new Rogue for Marvel's X-Men. And I saw some discourse on Twitter basically saying weighing her decision to do so because apparently she chose playing Rogue over being in like a Martin Scorsese movie or something. And somebody on Twitter kicked it off with like, yes, why would she choose like 10 years of a high paying job stability versus being a forgettable secondary love interest to like 45-year-old Leonardo DiCaprio? And that shit got me thinking like, aside from like film bro prestige, is there really any reason for anybody to pick the Martin Scorsese movie over like 10 years of gainful employment and probably a higher chance of like sustained fame is the honor of it so big that it's like, yes, I'm Martin's. You know what it's like, bro? It's like the dinner with Jay-Z shit, but for like jobs. Like, do I want the honor of talking to Jay-Z or do I want my own money? Fuck, this one's hard. I think the choice is pretty easy, but I'm curious, like, as somebody who like really loves art and artistry, right? We can agree, like, generally, most people see being in a Scorsese movie, being in an MCU movie, artistically, not not on the same scale, right?
Hmm.
You answered me more surprisingly than I thought you would. Like, you said wherever the money is. I'm
Yeah.
curious why your art, your art senses aren't tickled when presented with the situation.
One, acting isn't my art, so I don't like have. I don't really like. I don't romanticize it at all. It would just be like, yo,
Mm,
dude, yeah, cut bet, cool, right? Like you asked me, damn, dude, like this higher paying job is like a Joe Schmo, or like you get less pay, maybe half the pay, and
yeah.
you're any like superhero. I don't give a fuck. There's no prestige in being a superhero. To me, there's no prestige in playing any particular role, right? Like, dude, ten
Well,
million
it's them.
dollars, you play a dumbass, right? $1 million, you get to play Batman. Yeah, $10 million, please. I don't care about being Bruce Wayne, bro. So I
Well,
could,
okay.
you know.
What? Let's scale it to an art you are familiar with and do appreciate, right?
Mhm.
Would you rather, like, you want to be a co-writer with Gege on this new series, or do you want to publish your own self-published work?
Uh, what? So the question you're asking me is, do I want?
Not self-authored, but like
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it would
yeah,
be
yeah,
like from
yeah,
the same. Yeah.
yeah. So what you're asking me is, yo, dude, do you want to get axed in 17 weeks, or would you like to write with one of your goats and make money? Yeah, dude, that one. Yeah, I'd prefer that one because
Uh,
it just doesn't preclude me from doing the other one later, right? Fuck, dude.
Either
I,
or.
I work. Yeah, I understand, right? I did that one. Nice. 10 years passed. All right, now I'm 33. Time to get to my shit. I'm like, bro, it's not that deep, right? Indy Navarrete is how old, right?
I don't know. She's probably in her 20s. Sorry, Johnny's fucking chat floored me for a sec.
Mm-hmm.
Um, for a man, yes, take the Martin Scorsese job. For a woman, go to Marvel.
Women are
Mm,
constantly sidelined in Scorsese films. Martin makes actors, not actresses.
she's 25.
Yeah, dude, she's. Hold on, wait a minute. Um. um.
What number wouldn't have gotten a wait a minute, bro?
I don't. I
What
don't
the
know.
fuck?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I just. I. The thought went. Wait, she's my age. Wait, Peter. Fuck. You know.
What? Dude, you're talking
Hey,
like your answer is gonna change if she was 70, bro. If she looked like that and she had like
nice.
any number next to her name that wasn't like Snow
Nice to meet you.
21.
I'm telling you, I'm not saying like if you ask me so directly, sure, right? But the thought process was that's my peer. Wait a minute. Ding. Hey,
That's eats. All right, bro. I
I
know what
didn't.
you're all
That's
about.
eats is crazy. I would never say it so bluntly, bro. Chill.
Yeah, you like a little subtlety, but okay. I was just curious to like pick people's brains on that. I think it's an art form thing. I personally said, like, if you were to be like, hey, here's 500,000 to play Batman, and here's 1 million to play like extra number three in a fucking Scorsese film, shit, I'll play Batman. Like, the money's cool, but like I would get a lot of joy
Okay,
from being a
2 million, two
Batman.
million to be the regular guy versus the still 500K.
Is this the end of my acting career? Like, do
Yeah,
I
you're
just play
done.
this
Yeah,
one role?
yeah.
Fuck, bro, I don't know. Like, the Batman shit is just really enticing. Okay,
Okay, pick one. Like, don't say
okay, bro.
you don't know as an answer. Pick. No, no, don't flip it on me. You love doing that. Answer your question. Eat your food before you start trying to serve other people.
I would pick Batman for anything below like 3 million. Then I would
So
just
two
pick that.
so 2.5 million, 5 times the income, right? You're basically a regular guy after this. You're like, yeah, dude, I'm still taking that 500K.
Fine. 2.5 is my floor. 2 million I can safely say I turned down.
Yeah, you're insane, bro. You'd be a fucking moron not to play Batman. Well, call me a fucking moron, bro. I'm gonna have that 4 times the amount of money, cause then you go back to just being a regular dude.
I guess, man, but there's still like a lot of like there is an honor in that. Like, okay,
No,
if Sony was like, "Hey, bro, we want to do like a Miles in his early 20s, and you got the look, you got the
Jesus
build.
Christ, Miles in
Hey,
his
bro,
early 20s.
yeah.
Oh my
Do
God.
you want to take the baton from Tom?
Ugh. Sure, dude. Wait, how much are you paying me?
Cool million.
Uh-huh.
Or you can play an extra in the next Superman movie for
Mhm.
1.5.
Oh, the difference isn't big enough. Yeah, I'll play Spider-Man.
Okay, 2.5.
Yeah, I'll play the extra.
Fuck you, bro.
Yeah.
You get to be the inheritor of Web for All. What the fuck is your problem? Dude, you get to be the first live action Miles, bro. You'll be in the
Wow,
history book. You'll be remembered.
wowzers!
Yes,
Dude, who gives a fuck?
wowzers.
Like, dude, I don't know what to tell you, bro. Who gives a fuck about being remembered, bro? Like, oh, dude, posthumously, bro, they remember me. Nigga, I don't really care.
Bro.
Like, yo, maybe like, yo, bro, if I go before my loved ones, right? Like, yo, maybe that circle, hey, keep me in your heart. Random niggas, bro. Like, just imagine being like, I do shit so a nigga named Mozane can keep me in his heart till the end of days, bro.
No, it's like a 4-year-old on the street. Dad, it's Spider-Man.
I don't care, dude. Fuck you.
Dude, you. I feel like a guy like you would eat that shit up.
It would listen. It would be nice, right? I'm not saying that experience would be bad. It's not worth $1.5 million.
Creating this is capitalism. Any belief in artistry and freedom and passion needs to die.
Like, yo, bro, thwip. Cool, man. Cut. Like, what are we doing?
Where's my check?
Yeah, dude. Don't let it be some ridiculous. Like, yo, 5 million play the extra. What the fuck are you in my face talking about Spider-Man then, man?
Oh fuck, man.
I might slap the person who offered me that one. How dare you? Are you a fucking joke?
I guess, man, when the price difference is that high, but it's like,
But dude, no, you can't put a price on legacy, bro, and history and impact, right?
Yes,
Play Batman, bro. Play Batman. Yo, 10 million to this extra. You know what? Since it's all about legacy, bro, do this Batman shit for free.
No, wait.
No, it's about legacy, bro. You're right. It's about the art. Lock in, man. Dude,
I'm losing money to do it.
Dude, your kids' will be able to enjoy this movie, bro. Lock in.
Fuck them, bro. Shit, to give you the money.
Yeah. All right, man.
Okay. All right, 20th Century Boys.
Yeah.
All right, chat. So 20th Century Boys. Dun dun dun.
Well, we'll be talking at least initially up until like around chapter 52. Yeah, around chapter 52. We both have thoughts that have extended beyond that, as we both like to some extent read past that. But we'll contain this first portion of the conversation to that.
So last week, I think I said something along the lines of like, "Oh, this mystery is like really gripping me. I'm curious to see where it goes," and that was true for like the next like few chapters, getting into chapter 52. And what's his name? Osho's like introduction and him like his stretch of chapters.
Mm-hmm.
You know, his adventures in Thailand. I thought that was like a setup for like a really interesting character. Really like, whoa, what the fuck did this friend group do? You got a guy in Dusseldorf and a guy in Thailand being like a fucking super soldier. What the fuck? What the fuck happened here?
Mm-hmm.
And then it was I think it was like chapter 52 itself, or like around that stretch, right? And I was like, this is a time skip. That's a substantial time skip there. What the fuck is this? Protagonist is different again. Something's off. But my spidey sense started tingling, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, no. It can't be. I start going every 5 chapters, every 10 chapters, and I start like skimming, right? And then I start reading some of these chapters. And I'm like, haven't seen Kenji in a minute. Something's up. I blast through the rest of the manga. I get to the end. Continued in 21st Century Boys. Put my phone down. Genuinely stand there for like a minute. Open up 21st Century Boys, blast through that. Yeah, he's a fucking hack. He's a hack piece of shit. This is his worst work. I'm done. I can't with Urasawa anymore. He's destroyed all my good faith, whatever little I had left. He can't write an ending out of a paperback to save his life. If you had his entire family at gunpoint and you told him to write a concise, satisfying ending that resolved the story conclusively as well as it set it up, they would all be dead at his feet, and he wouldn't even give a shit. As an artist, I think what he does is deplorable, like especially with 21st Century Boys. This has got to be one of the most like artistically bankrupt things I've ever seen in any fictional work I've ever fucking bore witness to. The idea that you segregate your reveal to a separate fucking work is genuinely baffling to me. And it should actually, if there was a license to write, that shit should get his confiscated. Genuinely, how fucking dare you? You should get your pen confiscated. Nobody should ever publish a line you ever say ever again. He's a fucking fraud. He's a hack. He's a piece of shit. His art is stale. I hate him. He doesn't know how to structure a story. He doesn't know how to end one. He's overhyped. He's overpaid. He's overemphasized. The biggest sin is people misunderstanding Urasawa's work and thinking that it's good. Tales of his legend have been greatly exaggerated, and this was the final nail in the coffin. He's a hack. Fuck this guy. Fuck Urasawa. Fuck 20th Century Boys. Fuck its dumbass sequel. Fuck Pluto. Fuck Monster. Fuck what's called Aradora or whatever the fuck. Fuck everything he's ever penned. He's a fucking fraud. He is so lucky that he just set up a mystery before stories were like modernized, bro. Holy shit. If he tried to write this shit in the modern era, I hope he would get canned after 5 chapters, dude. Fucking bum. I'm sick of him. I'm sick of this story. The mystery was fine at best. Shit was obfuscated and fucking... My time was wasted in a way that, like, is very hard to articulate, but that's nothing compared to the emotional currency that I no longer have to give because he fucking drained my account. I hope to never run into another one of his works, and even then it'll be too soon. I genuinely write him off. I rebuke him as an author, as a person, and as an institution, bro. Everything he's ever given to the manga industry, hey, bro, I'll see what the people that you inspired can do. My guess is they're going to be better. Thanks for nothing. Bye. I have this fucking series at a 4. I never want to think about it ever again. I have 2 physical volumes of 20th Century Boys. I'll never touch them again. Trying to sell them right now. Gotta get them out of my fucking apartment. I never want to see this shit ever again. He's a fucking hack. Anyway, what did you think, bro?
So my opinion is obviously a lot less negative than that. No, I know this nigga fumbled this mystery. I gotta finish it today.
I felt it, bro. I felt it slip.
Yeah. I'll say this. I'll speak in generalities. I'm sure Demon's like probably still muted or whatever. But like honestly, I don't think most of what I have to say will be like touching on like spoiler stuff. I just kind of have like general thoughts, right? This has been like a very like weird manga to read for me. If only because I really do enjoy a lot of like Urasawa's like writing style and ticks and stuff like that, right? I like the way he writes dialogue. I like his art a lot. I think it has like a very like grounded element to it that doesn't like really border on realistic depictions, but is it's I want to find another word aside from grounded. Vocabulary is limited. That's the only one I got.
Rustic.
down to earth, right? It sort of like it somehow maintains a lot of the expressive nature of manga in terms of like the sort of like the way in which characters' faces can be depicted, but is just very distinct in that like noses are more prominent, eyes are much smaller, facial features are just more um like chiseled out and detailed in a way that's cool. It's a unique visual identity. I like it. I can get behind it. I rock with it, right? And there are a lot of things, there are a lot of chapters in which I was like, yeah, dude, I genuinely really like a lot of what I'm reading, even going beyond that, right? Because I say like most of what we're talking about is constrained to those first 52 chapters. But up to this point, I think I've read up to chapter 80, right? But like, I like a lot of what Urasawa writes when characters are sort of like unveiling less things about the mystery, but more like conveying information to each other. Or having these like character informing conversations. I really do feel like Urasawa um is in his bag, right? Cream says think he has one. I actually do. I think he has one. I think he's a very I think he's a very good writer in that respect. The reason I say like 20th Century Boys is quite weird, and it's an experience I don't remember having with Monster. There's this very strange, it's a strange like rhythm to it, right? It feels like it feels like a bit off in terms of in terms of tempo, right? You'll go from these maybe more heartfelt or moving sections in which characters are speaking to one another, or Kenji cooks for someone's kids, right? And it's like, wow, dude, this is like really good stuff. This is stuff that endears me to the character and kind of shows me what kind of person that this guy is in a meaningful capacity when he plays music, what that means to him despite being like dog shit, right? Stuff like that. It's moving, right? It's to me very fun, very good. And then he dives into the mystery components, right? Then he kind of like tries to like give you a little bit of rope, like, dude, it's this. Here's what's happening. Here's what's happening. And I just find myself like, yeah, that is information, right? Um, I don't know if I really like care about it all that much, but it is information, right? Um, I think there were like maybe a few times where it was like interesting. Like I said, I'll keep certain plot points kind of just like vague, just because it's not really necessary to get my point across, right? But certain reveals are just kind of, they're just kind of whatever, right? Um, but I think the reason I kind of don't write off the entire manga just yet, right? Maybe I'll get to the end of it and be like, holy fuck, this is an absolute waste of my time, a waste of space, a waste of pages. But I don't imagine that that'll be like my personal conclusion when everything's said and done, because there is a lot of like not sound like a cornball, like heart. There's a lot of like, damn, dude, I really do like um Ocho's very cool when he comes back, right? He's got aura, he's got vibes, and he's weird, Shogun. He's weird, in terms of like, why can he do all this, bro? Tibet,
Focus.
right? Um, but like, then you see this scene where he like stops this person from jumping off a building, and it's like it's not the most like unique scene you'll ever see in your life, but it just kind of like it just is very it's just really well done. It's just really fucking like solid is probably how it's said. It's like, damn, dude, that's a guy who like knows how to do this shit. And then we go back to the shit that I don't really feel as resonant with, where it's like, all right, man, time to give you some slack. Let's learn more about the friends. I don't really want to. Can I go back? Can I go back to learning about these other cool characters that you've established? And so it's just like a weird rhythm, and it's like for me because so much of the other stuff is so good, it almost makes me believe, nah, dude, I'm clearly like not reading this right. I'm not engaging in it properly. This mystery shit is great, right? I just don't get it, right? This is over the head of a guy like me, right? I try my best. My best isn't enough on this one. Let me lock in later. But yeah, it's a,
Respect,
it's a
bro.
it's a it's a it's a it's a very a rhythmically strange manga. I'd be very curious if for anybody in chat that's read it significantly. Like, no, I know Mazane, you were reading it. Um, sort of like in tandem with us, right? Where are you at? I mean, how do you feel about the manga where you're at, right? I'm like, despite my opinions of you, right? I am curious to know, what your thoughts are. Yeah, what's up?
Yeah.
Sure.
Hey, bro, give yourself more credit. You scaled perfectly. Don't worry, he just sucks. Let me try to be. Let me try to respond seriously with like no vitriol, right? My score comes down to like a core problem with Urasawa's work that I've had a lot of time to like really interrogate and like identify what the issue is, right? This is the third thing from him that I've read at length. And it's what I call like incredible setup, disinterested payoff, right? The big sin with Urasawa with like Monster and Pluto had been, oh my god, these mysteries were set up so well. I feel like I'm gonna fucking explode at the reveal, right? It's gonna be this earth-shattering, like mind-blowing reveal. It's gonna change my life. Shit, bro, I might see a new color based off the gravity of this reveal and setup. And then he ends it at a different pace, at a different rhythm, and with the reveal being a lot quieter. And it's sort of like, the phrase like the apology better be as loud as the disrespect? It's sort of like that feeling for me with Urasawa's work. It's like, how fucking dare you? How dare you look at me in the 11th hour, see me excited, fucking jumping up and down, and then you're like, yeah, bro, the lesson was the real friends we made along the way, but like for a mystery. It would be like if you were watching like a movie, right? It was like a detective series, and at the end, right, they're like, and now I will reveal the real killer is capitalism. Roll credits. They should kill you for that, bro. Like they should actually take your kneecaps for that.
That's kind of tough, dude.
That's whatever. And like that's my pet peeve with Urasawa. 20th Century Boys was my breaking point because the setup was ass. Like the mystery, dude. That time skip, it like actually flipped something in my brain. It was this moment of like realization. I was like, oh, dude, he's wasting my time, right? This work, this piece of art is 250 chapters, right? It doesn't need to be. It was this moment of like it almost like it like washed over me in different like a almost like a calm tsunami of you're peeling back the layers of an onion and you're showing me more onion and you're showing me more onion and I'm sitting here wondering why the fuck I'm still peeling these layers. There's nothing at the center. I know there's nothing at the center because I know you. I've gotten onions from you before. This onion just has more layers than the other ones, but at the core of every onion you've ever sold me is another onion. You have nothing to give me. All you want is to self-flagellate, show off your art skills, and waste my fucking time. That's what it feels like. And it was like this like haunting. It was this haunting feeling of like, dude, Urasawa's. I think I hate his work. Like like I hate his entire. Well, fuck. What's the phrase? Pathos, ethos as an artist. Like, I rebuke him. I keep him the fuck away from me. I never want to interact with a story like this ever again. Nothing's. It's not that it's over my head, dude. It's just like the juice isn't worth the squeeze. Like the mystery payoff.
I didn't say it was over your head, right? I'm like, it might be over mine as well.
No. It's comparing notes, right? Like comparing sentiments. Like, because it did cross my mind, like, oh, maybe I'm just too dumb for this, right? But as I was like going through, I was like, no, this is just fluff. Like he's just talking. Like it's unfocused, it's too big, it's too ambitious, it loses a lot of its own momentum, and it doesn't have much to say. At least I don't think so. It is wholly disinterested in anything that isn't just more setup, more obfuscation, and more flashbacks. And it was just like a profound sadness that like an author I thought would like really synergize with me because I really like mysteries turned out to be a fucking hack. Sorry, a little bit of venom came at the end. That's on me. That he's disappointed me. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm at a funeral.
Got you. Yeah, no. Yeah, personally, I don't know. Just more intrigued than insulted myself. But yeah, I'm it's a weird it is a very, very weird story. How many chapters in are you? Like maybe give it time to cook. I think for him it was 52 and then like, you know, jumped ahead. And then for me it's like I'm around 80 chapters in at the moment. 80 of 80 of 250, give or take.
He's a setup merchant, Mosaic, yes.
This is only my second RSR work, but he's a setup demon. I will say that. Yeah.
Helps him to get human real quick when it's time to end it.
Type shit, bro.
Moves-
Type shit.
I was gonna move like Frank.
He's gonna move like who, bro?
The Punisher, regular human.
Oh, dude, the guy who like 1v1 Sentry.
All right. So
You never did get back to me about that, bro. I sent you that TikTok and you just didn't have much to say. Like that's your
No.
goat, bro. Your goat couldn't get him.
So what do you have 20th Century Boys standing, 80 chapters in at?
No score. I don't really have a score for it. Just kind of one of them. It's kind of my feelings on it at the moment. Yeah.
Genuinely so curious to see what you say next week, man.
Hey, man.
Like, I don't think it'll be anywhere close to as negative as mine, but fuck. I'm done with this fucking guy.
Type shit, bro. Type shit. Ooh, yeah. 20th Century Boys is weird. I think for me, like only having Monster as a comparison. Yeah, only having Monster as a comparison point. It's like, oh yeah, the setup is less like enthralling, specifically not really like a unifying antagonist, and maybe that's part of what makes it a bit of like a weaker mystery read, where like almost for a majority of that like first portion of the manga only focusing on the protagonists and their thing. Maybe there's like an interesting perspective switch to look forward to. But yeah, yeah. Yes, sir. All right, guys. Yeah, it's time, bro. We told we promised y'all an announcement, right? We promised y'all an announcement, and announce we shall, chat room. We need you guys to sit down with us, take our hand, take us seriously. All right. No Ichigo.
Sorry,
it's over. Fuck. Fuck. Hold on. They're not gonna take me seriously. They're not gonna take me seriously. Right? All right.
Holy fuck, man.
Okay. Fuck, dude. I fucked. No. It's not that I'm nervous. I fucked up the tone for me personally, right? I'm laughing too much. You wanna do it? And he fucking lagged out, bro. I don't know if he can do it. All right, chat room. I don't know why I'm joking. I should be like a bit more locked. What the fuck?
I just got getting my internet frozen at that junction. Okay, you ready?
Hold on. Are you gonna lag out again?
No, right. Let's.
All right.
All right. So chat. Fuck. Like now I'm getting like in my head about it. Okay.
Yeah.
So chat. After some discussion, BR and I have decided it's time to end the podcast for real. Not a joke, not a bit. The last episode of Honored Ones will be August 30th.
Mhm.
That Sunday. Next episode is our last episode.
We'll do we'll do like another Thursday member stream. You know what I mean? Hit you guys off on a high note. But yeah,
This is third from the last.
yeah.
That's all she wrote.
In my showrunner voice, right, dude? We had to wrap it up before, you know,
It got stale.
Before we got to season 13.
Yeah, Honored Ones no more.
No, bro, that's the wrong tone, bro.
I don't know, man. It feels weird to just kind of let it sit for a bit.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
It was a fun ride.
It was a fun ride. I think like being a bit more like locked in with it, right? Yeah, we decided that no Halloween, no bits,
Nope,
no gimmicks,
bit.
right?
Not a bit.
You know, we
Yep.
have decided that we're done with the pod creatively. Just not really resonating with where it's at. And maybe where it's been at for a little while, right? So we're we're closing up shop, right?
Yes.
We appreciate you. One thing I want to emphasize personally, like we really do appreciate you guys sticking around with us through thick and a lot of thin. We really do appreciate you guys. Because God knows we put you through a lot of bullshit. So we appreciate you guys sticking around. Very cool of you guys. Yeah, just want you to know it's no like there's not really a
It's nothing
like
dramatic.
he like we're good, right? You know, he didn't get any more evil off screen, right?
Yeah, like nothing happened, right? Like I think for both of us it's important to like clarify it is purely creative. Like we just sort of got nothing left in the tank. This might be more surprising to some of you than others, probably. I think for BR and I, it's something that we've been circling the drain on for a while. But it's I think we feel it's, I'll speak for myself. It's the right decision. Hopefully the pod before this announcement was some indication that like we are fine. Like it really is just like sorry, we're closed,
Yeah. It's been a very fun, interesting bonding sort of like experience or whatever, right? But yeah, no, it's just not something we're as interested in doing. And I feel like it's better to not like let those feelings simmer and any resentment towards like the podcast build itself, right? So yeah, like we appreciate you guys. We've been glad to put on a show for you guys for as long as we have. We hope you guys have been enjoying it, and yeah.
So I guess to answer some questions that I'm seeing, Creams, do you plan on streaming? I don't know. There's a recurring sentiment I'm seeing, like, will we not see Creams anymore? You might see the occasional TikTok from me, some re-upload on YouTube Shorts, but like, as far as the future, I'm not really in a position to promise anything yet because I don't know. I'll get back to you on that at some point on my channel. If I don't have an answer by next week, Thank you guys for the last 5 years. Thank you, Demon, for the timestamps and being, a locked in mod. Thank you, Mosaic, for the art and everything. And all it just, thank you to everybody that was here from day one, here from day two, and so forth. Like, whether you got here on the first day or the last day, appreciate you.
Yeah, we really do. We really do. And yeah, it is really just like loss of, or are we stopping because of loss of passion, like to get to the point, essentially, right? Like that's a good simplification of it for sure.
Yeah.
Um,
Maybe also a loss of vision a little bit. You know, we never really found an answer for what we wanted the pod to be. Um, I think since JJK ended properly, um, and it just sort of snowballed into I'm out of ideas. I'm out of ideas. Shit.
hmm.
But appreciate you guys again. I don't know if you want to address like your future post honored ones. I see some questions about it.
My future. Um, yeah, I mean, still gonna be streaming, still gonna be doing my thing on YouTube for a little bit, and I mean, I'm sure like whenever I do the member streams and stuff like that, if I'm ever like playing Cross Worlds or Minecraft or whatever, you might like Cream doesn't really fuck with us on the weekends, but like if he's ever free, it's not like yo, dude, no streaming with me,
Uh,
right? It's just like we're not gonna be
Sorry, buddy,
doing it.
you've been retconned.
Yeah, right. It's just something that won't be happening within these four walls or whatever, right? So
Mm.
I'll probably will be streaming a little bit more, just as a like as kind of like a natural result. But yeah, excuse me, sorry. Yeah, I mean you're still gonna be if you watch any of my videos or watch the streams, right? You'll probably still be seeing me. But yeah, um, yeah.
Um, to address After Dark, that's just going to be I think we're gonna remove the base tier, like the regular honor ones tier. Um, but it's still gonna be like a thing for members. Truthfully, it's less to do with any of the membership and more to do with the content. You know, honor ones after dark in spirit is us, with our hair down, a little bit more vulnerable. Not necessarily something we want like the larger YouTube algorithm to start pushing, even slightly aggressively. Yeah, that was like a time capsule of a moment of a time and of like a crowd. We kind of want it to stay that way. If you ever want to like go back down memory lane and watch old Honored Ones clips, that's for you. Honored Ones Netflix, baby.
Yeah, not really trying to like push it or anything. Just
Yeah,
it was kind of made with the idea that it's like walled off in that respect.
yeah.
So yeah, like yeah. Um,
I'm gonna miss you, Cream's dead ass. Appreciate you, Mosaic. Just to be
mm.
clear, neither of us is dying. Like knock wood, but like I wanna
Hey, dude,
see us
let
around, bro.
let them miss you a little bit, bro. Like, damn, they're not
I
gonna be seeing you
appreciate
in
it.
this capacity again. It's all right.
That's fair. Is just seeing if there's any other question we wanna address.
Super best friends, my parents, and now the honored ones. Yeah, yeah. Been watching all since the Gojo versus Sukuna era. Damn, I miss this, dude. It's crazy that like since then it's been a long time, and
Yeah,
we were doing the pod for a long time before that. But yeah,
dude, we've been on Twitch for a long time.
yeah. Um,
I haven't felt this kind of melancholy since JJK ended. Listen, we still have 2 more episodes
yeah, we don't got to get
for
sad
you.
yet, you know.
Yeah.
Um,
But fuck y'all for leaving me.
um,
uh,
but yeah, we just wanted to kind of give you guys that announcement, right? Let you guys know. Make sure y'all are in the
no
loop.
way. Hush Moguls from middle school. That's nuts.
Thursday, yeah, Thursday I'm sure we make sure to have fun with you guys, and then Sunday,
Mm-hmm.
same thing, right? A nice send off, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we do really appreciate you guys for sticking around with us. It means a lot, it meant a lot, right? And yeah, yeah.
Don't see this as an end, new beginning. I think for me, if I could ask for one takeaway aside from like gratitude, um, divorce jokes aside, he and I are cool. Like I don't want that to be like there's no need to theory craft, bro. Like there's no need to get Matt Pat on this. It is just like creative differences. Jesus, it's creative alignments on ending it. Like, fuck. Even that sounded like fucking crazy. Um, yeah, appreciate you guys for coming out. From the third to last time.
Yeah. Signing off, big bro.
Yeah.
All right.
They're-
Peace, chat room. We'll see y'all for all the members. We'll see you guys Thursday. For everybody else, we will see you last week for the or see you guys next week rather for the last stream of the pod. Peace.